Guys.com presents Paradise, Louisiana. Paradise, Louisiana is brought to you by Circle K, Baton Rouge Coca-Cola Bottling Company, Benny's Car Wash and Oil Change, Demco, CCA Louisiana, and the CCA Louisiana Star Tournament, Relief Windows, Visit Baton Rouge, an authentic Louisiana experience, and by Farm Bureau Insurance.
Welcome to this week's edition of Paradise, Louisiana, and it's here. Look at it. Camouflage all over. Dove season this past weekend. Teal season coming up this coming weekend. Bow hunting almost the whole month of October. People are just getting ready. People shooting bows. People getting four-wheelers ready. Shotguns clean. It's an exciting time of the year. The only trouble, the wet blanket, the damper. Some of the places that we were counting on hunting, especially in the Southwest, it's not good. Not good. A little bit north of there, there's reports that a teal are in. There's reports also coming in the Southeast with Ryan Lambert and some of the other guides and stuff around Delacroix. The teal are there. Teal are around Ville Platte. I'm getting reports from all over the teal. So it's enough to keep me excited. First time in 30 years I didn't make a dove hunt opening weekend. Had some personal stuff, a lot of funerals. It's still going on. COVID-19 is still going on. There's people arguing about what we should do and what we shouldn't do. I tell you what, my best answer is prayer. Prayer, prayer, prayer. Donate as much as you can to our friends in the Southwest, Lake Charles area. My immediate family got hit hard at some of their camps. But even then, they contributed to a cleanup and everything else. So this week, you know, a couple weeks ago, they started letting the water down. They're letting water down all over the state right now. Darbone, different places for aquatic control. You know, they started at Henderson a couple weeks ago, and I was there the second day on a Tuesday that they opened it on Monday, so it was drawing. And it must have been a shock. So I fished with my buddies where I've always caught fish with when they caught a few. So I'm going to be fishing with Kenneth Haynes and Mr. Johnny DeVilliers, some of the best. In fact, last week I told you Johnny went back 1 week later and caught 60 bass. I thought I left that picture, so you'll see that in the fishing report. I made a trip. For some reason, I don't know if I can find it. It was one of my not too good trips. We was in Lake Bourne fishing the rigs, and they had a lot of changes in the tide and the wind, and the only one out of 4 trips that we didn't have that good a trip. Well, we didn't bring a lot of fish in, so that's what we got. The Abu Garcia fishing report. A couple big tournaments coming up, and the sporting clays in the news. You're watching Paradise, Louisiana. BBQ guys, here where we are, our monthly trip. Everywhere I go, people right now got new outdoor kitchens. Even in my own family, my son-in-law and my daughter, boy, they got a beautiful setup. Stay tuned. We got more coming. Paradise, Louisiana.
Why choose Barbecue Guys? Because this is Barbecue Guys. Not only do we have the largest online selection of grills and outdoor furniture, top-notch customer service, affordable financing, and 3D design services to help you tie it all together, but we also know what it is you love most about outdoor living. Time spent with family and friends. Combined with our expert advice, you'll have everything you need to design your dream outdoor life. Stop by our showroom today.
I'm Brett Favre. As a quarterback in the NFL, if I didn't stay focused, I ended up on my back or worse. Even the smallest distraction could make a good play or offensive drive come to an end. When you're in a car, the smallest distraction could end much more than a drive. It could end someone's life. Just like I refuse to lose on the field, I refuse to lose someone I love to distracted driving. And you should too. Focus on the road. Don't drive distracted. A message from Farm Bureau Insurance.
This is Don Dubuque asking you to join me as a member of the Coastal Conservation Association. For 30 years, CCA has worked in Louisiana to conserve our incredible fisheries, making sure that our fishing is great today and for generations to come. Whether looking out for redfish and specks, eliminating gill nets, building reefs across the coast, or work at the state capitol and in D.C., CCA is doing what's best for the fish and the sport we love so much. Your $30 membership will ensure that this work and our great fishing endures well into the future. Go to ccalouisiana.com and join CCA today.
At Henderson Lake, they started to draw down yesterday. We've been catching a bunch of bass. Last week we did real good. Today we're going to try to do the same. We've been catching them on the chartreuse and black back banded crankbait 200 series. We're here right here in photos. We're going to try and see what we can do here.
Yeah, you've been making trip down the coast too, huh?
Yeah, Grand Isle, been fishing Grand Isle a lot, and been doing pretty good over there, so I hadn't been coming, but I guess it's time to start back in the basin a little bit. So
See a lot of boats this morning, few of them are coming back.
we sure did, yeah. Like we said, a lot of people fishing by themselves, but there was a lot of boats. We were one of the first ones here this morning, but it didn't take long for a bunch of them to get here after. So
when you draw the water down, you need to be careful because they have a lot of underwater structure, especially stumps, and especially at the landing when you leave the landing. And they have a lot of boaters on the water at this time, so you need to show them a little respect and slow down for them. And be careful when you're on the water, when you're navigating this place. It can be very, very... I was here one year and I picked up a guy, the boat was upside down and he was floating on a seat cushion holding his rod and reel, and his partner was underneath the water. And we picked him up and his partner didn't make it. And that's what they did. They hit an underwater structure, a stump that was down there. So you need to be very careful.
Some of that other bait, that's what we was catching on last year.
This is what we was catching bass on last year, this blue and chrome rattle trap. We're gonna try and duplicate that this year. We'll see how we do on it.
You're not scared of black cloud?
I'm afraid of the black cloud.
Yeah, yesterday you didn't do good.
I wasn't yesterday though.
Hello, Mr. Alligator. Come talk to me. See if we can catch some stack of that too.
catch one for the camera.
Doing any good?
Getting in Sackler?
You? Not at all. Zero.
None here too.
That's
That's why they call me the Black Cloud. Camera rolling. We got him up front. He putting in that rod. What you got, shoe pick?
it's a bad.
Oh yeah. That good bad. Mm-hmm. That number one. There you go, put him back. How many saccade you got?
2.
You ain't running from the law, huh? You don't mind being on TV, huh?
I wish I could have been pulling a fish in.
Yeah.
I called 3 though.
All right. 3? Uh-oh, I'm hung up. Son of a gun.
They're good. Look at that hog head, boy. They look good.
Mm-hmm. That's it, bone.
Y'all catching these little bitty ones.
Yeah.
Hey, yeah, he's kicking.
Fish on, fish on.
Oh,
Oh,
fish
look
on.
here.
Nice
We
one.
got a double here. Oh, that's a run out, look. Oh, y'all gonna make me put the camera down.
Yeah, you better put it down.
Oh, he was a fillet. That was a fillet.
Oh, yeah, he was.
Come on, Johnny.
Fish on.
Fish that run out. Look at that. We're
Put your
gonna hurt him right here. Ain't that something? I told Johnny he gonna find him sooner or later.
Same one, Johnny.
We sure did enough running around, didn't we?
That's a fillet. That's all right. It was cool. Now it's getting hot. They got fat. All right, Johnny.
Well, they were fat,
That's
yeah.
another fillet. Show that bait again. The old,
Oh,
one of the
yeah.
oldest, best built willie bait in the world.
Old Faithful.
Best chartreuse and black bandit. You got it? Look at that. Crankbait. Just talking about goggle eye. Start hitting the worms. Look, they're hitting them crankbaits they've been catching on. They ain't quite as big as they've been catching some big ones. These I scratch, I stink the pot. Thank you, Kenny. Talking about where the one at Drain Henderson.
Got one?
Look like he got a little bitty one, another one. Watch your finger. Look at him. Throw him, show him to him, throw him back.
The best part about being a member of a Touchstone Energy Cooperative is that it's your Touchstone Energy Cooperative. That's the power of your co-op membership.
Demco, your Touchstone Energy Cooperative.
Why choose Barbecue Guys? Because this is Barbecue Guys. Not only do we have the largest online selection of grills and outdoor furniture, top-notch customer service, affordable financing, and 3D design services to help you tie it all together, but we also know what it is you love most about outdoor living. Time spent with family and friends. Combined with our expert advice, you'll have everything you need to design your dream outdoor life. Stop by our showroom today.
For the thirsty, for those who hang out in packs, for heroes, for sidekicks, for those who see the glass half empty, for those who see it half full, for those on the right, for those on the left, for those with nicknames, for those with curves, for people that cycle, for people that recycle, for BFFs, for frenemies, for those with style, for lovers, for families, for big families, for everyone.
I've been asking him to change the oil for months now, and he never did. So I finally just went to Binny's. They even washed my car for free. Uh-huh. And you know what? It was amazing. Yeah, I left Binny's and got home before Rob even knew I was gone.
Benny.
Who the heck is Benny?
Hey, we got our little event calendar coming up right now. You know, 90% of all events have been canceled. Right now, we're hearing rumors that they might not even be some of the banquets that are coming up that we usually have at the end of the year. So the governor this coming week is going to see whether they're going to expand phase 2 or they're going to bring in phase 3. So just stay tuned and then read the paper and watch what's going on. We got more news coming from the wildlife and fisheries, I assure you. But the new duck seasons are coming up, you know, and it's going to be splits, but it's going to be east and west. So look at your map, you know, go to their website. Be sure you check it out and make sure you got your days when to hunt, when not to hunt. The dove season is coming on right now. You can be looking forward to the whole winter. They're going to be coming in. There's a lot of doves down. I was really surprised. And boys, they had good hunts in Kentwood and other areas in the north part of the state. Now, one of the big events we've been talking about every week is this weekend is Dreams Come True, Sporting Clays at the GOL in Maurice, Louisiana. Let me remind you, you can go to their website. You can see the first flight is full. Thank God, full flight is full. They still got a lot of prizes. They still got openings in the second flight. I think it's $300 a team. Check it out. Very good cause. Let me tell you what, I can't count on my hands how many trips they done gave away to people I know. The dream made their dreams come true. They got another charity fishing rodeo I just heard about. It's a little bit further down the line. It's October 9th and 10th. It'll be at Hopedale Marina. It's for Special Olympics. You see the flyer here. And let me remind those people, from now until then, always remind me on Sunday, and I'll run it again in the news report. I got a tournament report, and it was a little bit late. The boys over there, Liars and Lunkas. First place, Eric Chico, Psycho, whatever his name is, he had 12.20. That's a nice stringer for 5 fish. Second was Phil Morgan, Chute. They had 10.98 and Big Bass at 4.20. And third was James Harris and our correspondent, Chad Hertzog. So, guys, thank y'all. Keep in touch. Get it in early. Always get it Sunday night. Now, when we come back, we're going to have the Abu Garcia Fishing Report.
For the thirsty, for those who hang out in packs, for heroes, for sidekicks, for those who see the glass half empty, for those who see it half full, for those on the right, for those on the left, for those with nicknames, for those with curves, for people that cycle, for people that recycle, for BFFs, for frenemies, for those with style, for lovers, for families, for big families, for everyone.
I've been asking him to change the oil for months now, and he never did. So I finally just went to Benny's. They even washed my car for free. And you know what? It was amazing. Yeah, I left Benny's and got home before Rob even knew I was gone.
Benny? Who the heck is Benny?
Berkeley Powerbait Max Set. Outfishes original powerbait by 45%, disperses a supercharged scent field that attracts more fish and triggers more strikes. Powerbait Max Set. Fish bite and won't let go.
Why choose barbecue, guys? Because this is Barbecue Guys. Not only do we have the largest online selection of grills and outdoor furniture, top-notch customer service, affordable financing, and 3D design services to help you tie it all together, but we also know what it is you love most about outdoor living. Time spent with family and friends. Combined with our expert advice, you'll have everything you need to design your dream outdoor life. Stop by our showroom today.
I'm Brett Favre. As a quarterback in the NFL, if I didn't stay focused, I ended up on my back or worse. Even the smallest distraction could make a good play or offensive drive come to an end. When you're in a car, the smallest distraction could end much more than a drive. It could end someone's life. Just like I refuse to lose on the field, I refuse to lose someone I love to distracted driving. And you should too. Focus on the road. Don't drive distracted. A message from Farm Bureau Insurance.
Welcome back to Paradise, Louisiana, and the Berkeley Abu Garcia Fishing Report. I'm going to start with a little freshwater. Last week I was telling y'all about how they were lowering the water, and Henderson, and it sort of messed us up. You saw on that little trip, we weren't as good as we've been there. These guys catch fish all the time, but my good buddy Johnny DeVilliers went back 1 week later by himself. He was fishing in there. Black and chartreuse crankbait, a bandit. Look at it. They caught a few of them the day we was with, but look at this. That was his hottest bait. He caught over 60 bass. Seemed like every run out, he got every part of them from back up, you know, fishing in the photos by and coming back and fishing south in Opelousas Bay area. Every time he got somewhere, he was catching fish. He said he must have caught 60. And this is 10 biggers. Look on the back of this truck right here and him holding some soup. Thank you. And by the way, I did talk to him this week. He's going to invite me back. He didn't have a chance with all this weather and things that have been going on. So he's going to make a trip next week. I hope I get to make it with him. Look again in freshwater. They're getting reports from Toledo Bend. There's a lot of damage that's done up in the Ellick areas. A lot of boat landings and stuff had damage. I'm not getting any reports of fish caught. So I'm asking y'all up there to help your fellow fishermen, the people that normally fish up there in Larto, Saline, all those areas that I always report, all the lakes, Concordia, Lake St. John and them. I don't think they got much damage, but there's a lot of damage in the Ruston, Shreveport area, believe me. So I'm sure Toledo Bend and them took a hit. Please send me a report. Back in freshwater, I talked to Gary Krause at church yesterday. He made a trip, and I talked to some other guys that were catching fish in the spillway. I saw in the paper yesterday, in Sunday paper, the Mississippi River got a slight rise, and there's also a rise in the Chaffalaya. In some places, almost a foot. So that does affect some of the fishing. Gary Krause said he saw a lot of black water, okay? It was doing it and didn't catch many fish. So just read the paper, just check around and see what's going on. And as soon as I get a report at my camp in Slidell, catching brim and all the little sloughs and things up there in the north part of the lake, fish are being caught. Unbelievable, the water. But going to salt water right now, that's the hottest place going. Miss Angie's Island Marina, I drove by there last week, and every boat coming in early because of the heat, but they all had fish. Even had, you look at some of these pictures, they even had a bunch of, as soon as they opened up this past weekend, a lot of people catching snapper. A snapper was open temporarily this past weekend, 3 or 4 days, and people were going out there and catching these snappers. Even in Island Marina, they're making that long run out there to close rigs. So thank you, Miss Angie, for sending him. Look at all these pictures. These are just people that are coming in, weekend warriors and their captains. One of their captains, you know, I've been getting a report from every week, has been Captain Mike Brantley. He's been catching a smorgasbord. He's been fishing Lake Bourne. He fished in Lake Bourne. They fishing the rigs, okay, and he just drop shot. Some people use the Carolina rig, but shrimp has been the thing. The redfish everywhere. Catch them on. They're catching them on spinnerbait. They're catching them on shrimp under a cork. They're catching redfish everywhere. Same thing at Grand Isle. Point of Shane, I got another one right here, report. Brooks Abear, that's the grandson of Mark Maha, who's been sending me pictures. The other day he sent me them girls. I don't know if I lost it or something, but here's his first redfish. Congratulations, Brooks. Tom LeBlanc, they went to Delacroix, was doing bad. They decided to go to fish the rocks. Him and Cesar Garcia and their crew, they went out there. The guys would catch them every cast on the rocks. They pulled up after they left, and they caught 10 or 12 nice trout. First time in a bunch that they've been catching trout. I promise y'all, Tom, you and Cesar and Ron Amy, y'all gonna be in my camp in a few weeks. I promise y'all. During the week, and we're gonna celebrate. Thank you. George Peavy again used to send us all them trout. You know, him and high water charters and some of his baits he does. He's real close with Chris, our producer, but he was in Fouchon and them. They decided to make a snapper trip because the snapper season was open. Here's some pictures with George Peavy and some of his crew. I'm looking around. Oh, I talked to Tommy Vidre and I asked him to send me something. He sent me a couple of short videos, him releasing fish, but he sent me a picture of that 6'3" that made the board. I think right now it's in second place, the CCA star. He caught it on live pokers like he do, catching it right there at the jetties, or even the jetties behind the island. There's a lot of fish catching being caught in the Grand Isle area. Cocodrie, Big Lake, not much. I ain't heard from them. Vermilion, please send me a report. I've been trying to call some of these people. I guess they clean up. Their phones ain't working, the radio tower's down. That's it. We still fighting. We still here at Paradise, Louisiana. Email me, Gary at Paradise, Louisiana. Include me in your prayers. And I got the whole state of Louisiana in my prayers. You're watching Paradise, Louisiana. BBQ Grills. Don't give up, boy. Got a little change in ownership and stuff, but they still right here between the airline and the Airway Drive. Come back next week. Paradise, Louisiana.
BBQGuys.com presents Paradise, Louisiana. Paradise, Louisiana is brought to you by Circle K, Baton Rouge Coca-Cola Bottling Company, Benny's Car Wash and Oil Change, Louisiana Fish Fry Products, Demco, CCA Louisiana, and the CCA Louisiana Star Tournament, and by Farm Bureau Insurance.